Good morning. Happy Friday. Today is hot tea day on my random calendar. National holiday. Nope. I need coffee in the morning. Hot tea is pleasant for evenings, but if I'm going to have a full day of crocheting, I need my coffee in the morning. I have coffee and I put a little bit of sugar-free whipped cream out of the can, and I sprinkled some sugar-free hot cocoa. Swiss Miss makes a very chocolatey sugar-free hot chocolate. It comes in the little packets, and I have a little jar next to the coffee pot that I keep so I can use just a sprinkling of it. It goes a long way. And you know, it's a little bit more expensive than the sugary stuff. It's okay. My coffee's worth it. I've been busy. My coffee has definitely been worth it. I've been keeping myself really busy. I have some extra overnight work that I was doing. Still have a little bit more for the end of the weekend. So that gives me a lot of, when I work in overnight, I get some bulk hours. It's usually 8 to 10 hours all in a row. It's at night and I need to stay awake, but there is usually not too much requiring my attention. So I get some big items done. I have some to show you. Well, they're small items, but I wasn't anticipating. I have plans. Okay, let's start. I've got a pile of treasures in front of me, and I want to share them all with you. Let's see. Well, let's start with what we were discussing when you came to visit before. What were we talking about? Babies. My blue-eyed baby arrived. Purchase review. Read the description and then ask questions. In the description for my blue-eyed preemie Cabbage Patch baby, it said 1980s Cabbage Patch. Then it had a few little keywords to help pop it up in your search. 1980s. In my little bit of research that I've done, the preemie babies came out in 1990. That didn't really register in my mind. I was thinking 80s. Cool. That's me. So I purchased her. I didn't do a whole lot of research. I did make sure she was clean and that all her little sewn body joints were nice and puckered and not pulled apart. I made sure her stuff and fluff was proper and she had a nice body shape, because I'm using these to create baby clothes and dress up clothes in potentially entering the outfit in the fair. That was my initial intention. They've since become a wardrobe for dress up dolls, which will be passed along to an imaginative kid. And then I have the boy and the girl. My collection's complete. I'm not interested in purchasing every preemie baby out there. Bago de Crochet. I did find some little onesies. These are preemie size onesies and they're still too big. So I fold them up. Let's see. Take this off. It needs a button in the back. Crystal over at Bago de Crochet used those little hooks. I have some, but I'm thinking it fits her snug enough that maybe I don't need a button. Sometimes little buttons are hard for kids to manipulate, and it does stay on her shoulders very snug. So even over time of dressing and undressing, it should be fine. I didn't notice this preemie baby. Look at that dress. That's my 80s vintage baby yarn, my Red Heart Super Saver. The scratchy stuff. She doesn't complain at all. She feels beautiful. I got little preemie socks. And then, pardon me. Uh-oh. Is it full? No, it's just falling. I found the diaper cover. I feel like I've shared this. Well, I haven't shared it on the baby. The preemie diaper cover fits perfectly. There's not much. I would go down one hook size, I think. I'll make them again in different colors, so you can have different colored diapers. I'll go down a size. So we did that. Little baby came with no background history. As my children fondly refer to the Cabbage Patch Babies as creepy babies, came with no history. They don't know. Cabbage Patch Babies were born in a garden. They don't have no creepy history. Baby Blue-Eyed Girl does. Unfortunately, her old home was in Texas. And she got wrapped up in a gang. She's got a tattoo. It's ballpoint pen for sure. It says DAD GHT. Yeah. She had a rough life on that little bald head. You're okay. So I've tried the magic eraser. I tried Goo Gone, even though it's not a goo. And I have determined that it's permanent, like most bad choices are. It is stained into the plastic. There's no surface on it. There's no indentation. It's stained into the plastic of her head. So we are what we are. And this is the baby that wears the turban caps. It says first edition, copyright 1990. And then it doesn't have the Xavier. My mind's escaping me. She does not have the signature on there. It says Mary O. Jack. I can't quite read it. By Hasbro. So she does not have. Hold on. Oh, yeah. She's pre the signature. She's pre the signature. But again, I just needed her for body shape. We're not going for materialistic value on these babies. She's going to be my hat baby. So this is a preemie size hat. I went down one size in the hook. I will attach the video for the dress, the diaper, and the turban. I know I have before, but that was before it was on Little Baby. Little Blue-Eyed Baby Girl needs a name. So I did Google the most popular United States girls' names in 1990. I whispered them to her. Stone look. We will think about it. The little boy was named Benjamin Button. The old man aging backward, and he was a 91. It's fun. That was a fun adventure. I have a lot more to crochet for them both. Do Jack and Jill matching outfits. I'm gonna have fun with those. Definitely not the last time you'll see them. She was a purchase that I purchased. I also made some other purchases. On my craft cart, I have lots of things piling up on top. And I was trying to think of a way to organize a little better, especially after I bought my Christmas scissors. I bought a 3D printed little, like a hook hanger that you attach to the side of it and your scissors slip in the side. I haven't attached that yet. But when I was on Amazon, what was I doing on Amazon? Oh, I was getting together Valentine card stuff. I found these. These are pretty neat. You stick them on anything, and then they hold anything. That's pretty cool. And they're a little heavier on the bump side, the ball side. Gray, mauve, and lavender. All to go with my turquoise. Oh, four. I thought I got 3. Off-white. We don't do white around here. It always gets dirty and grungy. We'll see. So I have those. I was going to stick those on the side of my cart They also hold cable cords. They'll hold, I tried sticking the end of my cell phone in them. It's not quite long enough to do that, but fun, cheap purchase. Very generic box. Multi-purpose hooks, but they're not hooks. They're like octopus grabbies. Fun purchase. While I was there, I was looking for the labels, the fake leather labels with the rivets. I like the rivets. I think it adds just a nice little classic touch. And I found these hearts. Oh, how am I gonna? That didn't work. I thought if my finger was a little damp, it would stick like paper. It's a tiny little heart. Oh, it's so shiny, my reflection. There's a gunmetal, a silver, a gold, and a rose gold. So it's a little tiny heart. Come on, friend, get in there and look. It's like trying to show a pill or something. There we go. It's a little tiny heart. And in the back is a little screw. And then you get the tiny little screw rivet. I'm really not, everything's dark in this background. Oh, no, that's way too far. Look. Like, share, and subscribe. It worked. It reminded me. So I bought this little pocket of rivets. Oh, I could have shown them like that. So you actually use just a fine little screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, to screw them together. And, oh, I did the border. I love it. It feels complete now. The squares aren't bunching on themselves. They're standing flat. It's still a very narrow, long scarf. Look, 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 look. Here we go. Yes, I really like the scarf. And there's the rivet in action. It's right in the middle. I used the rose gold one. Right in the middle. I was looking for those handmade little labels that you clip onto the brims of hats and stuff like that. I found quite a few. I don't know. I kind of like those little buttons I found in Idaho. Those are pretty neat. They look handmade. Plus it's saying, hey, it's handmade. I don't know. We'll see. So that was past purchases. Currently, past makes. Let's talk about past makes. So I have a request for some chicken trivet pot holders. Not really pot holders. It won't protect you from heat. Kitchen decoration. The lady wanted a chicken. I've made the Bag O' Day half chickens with the leaves that go all, the feathers that go all the way around the ruffled butt and then the head. I found another style, so I'm going to make her both styles. This one, I know, no face. Use your imagination with me here. We got a beak, 2 eyes, and then there's a little bit that goes there. So these will, oh, I gotta sew that in. So I did this one, just free-handed the pattern. I Googled images and saw a whole bunch of different chickens. Was influenced by a pattern that is a pattern. I did not use their stitch count. I did the profile like they did. I was influenced to make these, and I'll tag the originals pictures, or maybe I'll put it at the end. I don't know. I try not to do so much editing because it takes the frame away. I used Hobby Lobby past clearance, so it was 95 cents, orange tag. And let's see, the color is Harvest. It's really pretty. Harvest, well, yeah, pumpkin-y, mustardy. Made a nice little chicken. And then while I was sitting there looking for something more to do, I started in on a hat. I put way too many scallops. It's supposed to just fit the head properly. Way too many scallops. It threw it out, and it reminds me of that 90s show Blossom. Not the look I was going for, but kept my hands busy. And then I made another one, thinking if it was a kitchen-y cotton instead of, see, the Hobby Lobby cotton has a very soft texture to it, and the sugar and cream stands up on its own. So I did it again a little tie-dyed hippie chicken. It reminded me of a koi fish. So when I was done with this one, I made a tiny little fish, a little cat toy fish, and I left it at the home that I was staying at for the night because they had a cat. So I left the toy there for the cat to play with. A little goodbye. What else? So I was working on those little projects all done in one night to keep me busy. Let's see. Current projects. So baby clothes for fair. In the fair, there are a few different crochet categories. Oh, there are notes on my phone. So I got like this little notepad and I make these little leaflet notes in my phone. But I can't look at it when you're sitting in front of me because it's so rude to be on the phone when you have friends over. Did I make any notes in here? No, I did not. That's okay, let's talk. So for the fair, the categories for crochet is crochet afghans, and then the subcategories have different sizes. I think there's about 5. And then they have... Oh my goodness, you okay? You took quite a spill off the edge of the bed. Sit down for a minute. You been drinking water? You been taking care of yourself? Getting some good sleep? Can't do that. What are you working on today? You have some crochet to help balance out the chaos? Sorry about that. What were we talking about? You worry me. I think about you all the time. Who's on the other side of this little video? Baby doll clothes for the fair in the different categories. One of the categories is Afghans, crocheted Afghans, crocheted baby items. And then the other category leaves it open to accessories flat, which I imagine would be a doily, accessories. Open would be like amigurumi. Well, no, because then there's a category of crocheted animals and dolls. And then there's a crochet other, which you could fit other items into. So I really don't, I'm not sure. I haven't wowed myself with any of the baby garment items that I've made yet. So I'm still working on it. I pulled out some yarn. I had this Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee Spinnies. It's a lightweight 3. So it's small and I could use a smaller hook, which means I could take a newborn pattern, size down the hook, and make it the preemie size. The only requirement in the baby garments is that the armholes, going across the armholes, is at least 4 inches so that they can display it on a PVC pipe in hanging it, or a dowel or something like that. So I have this one. It's Heather. It's a pretty purple. It has a sheen to it, like a Caron Simply Soft sheen to it. And in that sheen, sometimes it picks up a little bit of a silver shine, a silver sheen to it, but there's no silver glittery and it's very soft. So this would be nice for the fabric, the bulk of the body of my project. A while ago, I went to Goodwill and I picked up a little package of this mystery yarn, Pinky, and I couldn't find much about it. It says it's a wool. It is not a wool. It's a thread acrylic for sure. I think when I Googled around, I think I remember it being of a Japanese origin. But I had quite a few of these. But as soon as I saw these, I instantly thought dancer, ballerina, baby. And I was thinking I wanted to maybe knit or crochet a little frog and have it for the tutu, or just princessy, cotton candy. And it's a thin thread. And this is what I have left of one of these balls because I'm making ruffles. I'm making ruffles. So we started with this body piece. Started down here. These will have 2 tiny little pink pastel buttons to button up the bottom. It has ribbing around the legs. The leg goes up pretty far for a Cabbage Patch preemie baby, but ultimately this might also be used for just a regular newborn pictures. I don't know. Then it had us work the body piece, and then going back, working upside down, so working this way up, we made the first ruffle, and then the instructions said to count 6 rows down, and we're starting the second ruffle. I'm on the second ruffle. Each ruffle has 5 clusters. That's 2 chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And then at the very end, they left it wispy, but I did a little single crochet all the way around just to add a tiny little bit of weight to the ruffles. And now the piece will build up to a bit of a romper, a little chest romper piece, and then it has 2 arm strips that come over and button connect, crossing in the back like a little overalls kind of look, or you can just leave them straight. And then there's tons of ruffles on the strips of the coverall. So I would say I'm probably halfway done with it. I love the colors. I love the simplicity of the design with high visual impact. I think this item may be going to fair. We'll see. So that's what I'm currently working on. I work on this in the living room in extremely well lighting, bright light. I haven't taken that with me to work or any overnights because I'm giving it my full attention. It has potential of being a fair project. So I really want to make sure that when they look close at my stitches, they're very uniform. And I don't want to lose count with setting something down, doing something else. Having said that, my next long shift will probably be Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. So I want to take my granny cardigan, my granny poncho, my sleeved poncho. I want to take that, but I ran out of the black. Yes, I made enough progress that I ran out of one color too soon. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, the acrylic. It felt too thick, too lofty. So I went over to Michael's. They have a 20% off coupon right now. And I looked at their loops and threads. There seems to be 2 major brands in there right now, loops and threads, and then the other is the Impeccable. Loops and thread, the black, I'm only working with the black, I haven't shopped there in a very long time. So they're $4.99 regular price, and then the 20% off it's nice, but it's not the 30% off that Hobby Lobby has, and it's not those spectacular online prices we can find, but I need it quick. So I settled with Impeccable. It felt a little thinner. So the yarn I'm working with is a Premier. Don't have time. The black is not a Premier. The black was Encore that I picked up on the Tahoe trip, which was a mistake because now I can't replace it because I ran out. I found a good compromise. So I picked that up. And so I can continue on with that project. Then in the future, so we did the past project I was working on. We're doing the present project I'm working on. Kirshner's got me. I know! I didn't want to because they back ordered my Halloween yarn at Halloween time, and I'm still... Don't sweat the small stuff. Let the small stuff go, right? I really, really wanted that Halloween yarn. And I ordered it right after I got the catalog, and I know that everybody wanted it, and it's no big deal. I could have just mixed matched it, but I couldn't. I wanted that yarn, and they back ordered me for like 2 months. Halloween would have been here and gone, and candy would have been eaten. Would have been in a diabetic mess. I don't need to go to a worst case scenario. I just wasn't going to purchase for them and punish them for a little while. Then they started sending me catalogs on a regular basis. They were sending me emails saying, "Dear sweet Amy, we miss you." No, it's too late. Cindy over at Pups and Crochet had a, well, no, it wasn't Cindy, it was Robert. Robert had a Halloween giveaway. Robert had a Halloween giveaway. And in his Halloween giveaway, which was totally meant to be, I won. They picked my name and I got the Halloween yarn that I wanted. Universal Halloween. These are the colors. And it wasn't from Hirschner's, but they were the colors that I wanted. This is exactly what Hirschner's was denying me. So you can't duplicate that with just any old color you already have. That's going to be a bat wing pattern. I'm going to do a baby pattern with a black, see, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to do the black solid jumper, similar to this one, black solid jumper. And then in the wings to the side, I'm going to do a very cobwebby-ish bat wing down both sides of them. So when baby's sleeping, it's just sleeping in a cute little black onesie, maybe with a little hood with the little ears. And then when baby yawns and stretches, those beautiful gossamer bat wings. Well, I guess they wouldn't really, bat wings are black. Cartoonish fun bat wings. So where was I going with all that? See, I got these ideas and they bounce around. They want to be real. So I got this notebook. Oh, the notebook came at the same time as the yarn. Cindy sent it to me. And I've been jotting down all these little random bits and pieces that come to mind. And then I feel like I'm not losing them. I'm a mad scientist over here. Hirschner's got me. I bought a pattern on Etsy. I love buying patterns on Etsy. I love supporting the people who designed them, and it's relatively affordable. You know, I've never seen a pattern over like 10 bucks, and they're incredible, and they designed them. So I found a pattern for I'm in California, so I don't need anything heavy or snowproof. We get like 3 or 4 frosty days out of the year and we're done with it. But it's a little cardigan that I want to make. It's very loose sleeved and lots of V-stitches to it. And it requires a 4-weight yarn. I don't have any 4-weight yarn at all. Hirschner's had Alpine, Nob Hill, beautiful colors. I love these colors. There's no green in it, but it definitely has like very earth tones, heathered. Did they name this color? Or it's colors, earth tones. They had it for $1.99. So, you know, I did a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bought 8 of them, which is more than enough to make the little sweater that I want to make. So I have the pattern. I downloaded it. It's on my phone. I like my paper patterns, so either I can warm up the printer or I can just send it down the street to Office Depot, and for less than $1 they print it out for me, and I can have a piece of paper that I can put in a project bag with the yarn and the hook and take with me and have a full 8 hours sometime later this week to work on it. Or I can take the granny poncho now that I have the black and I can finish that up. In order to stay awake and not get bored, I think I want to take a new project. I know, another whip, but it's a full bulk of, well, no, I don't know, 8, 9, 10. It might be somewhere between 8 and 10 solid hours to sit and crochet on something with a paper pattern where you can tick off which row you're on and just zip on through it. I think it was a relatively large hook. I don't think it was an itty bitty. It's a 4-weight yarn. It's probably like HIJ, somewhere in there. I can have a real solid project done overnight. Extremely tempting. Hardly, what do they call it, girl math? I hardly consider it starting another whip when it won't be a whip for very long. Yeah, I'm the average crafter. I get ideas. I want those ideas to happen. I want them to happen quickly. I enjoy the process from finding the pattern to finding the yarn, or maybe your yarn found your pattern. Who knows how it comes to tuition, but yes, I want to make that. We'll see. We'll see. Well, we didn't get to visit very much this week, but I really truly do appreciate visiting with you now. And I hope to see you very, very soon. And when I do see you, I should have some details on some chickens. I may or may not have a new cardi to show you. And what else? Oh, it'll have rivets on it. And my whip cart should be organized now that I have some bebops for accessories. We'll see. Hey, take care of yourself. That was a nasty fall. If I could give you a little bit of health advice, sit down and crochet all day. Let everything else drift away. It doesn't matter. Thank you for coming by. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Oh, leave me a comment in the box below, in the little section below. What would you name the pretty blue-eyed baby? She's a 90s baby. She needs a 90s name. Take care.